You've never been able to forgive anyone for anything they did for you, Ryan. Not Spencer, not Carl, not even me. Hell, I don't even think you forgave our mother for dying and leaving you. Yeah, you may wish to change, but you can't. You haven't got it in you. And that's your one big flaw, baby.
This conversation is over.
You lost her once. You'll lose her again. It's only a matter of time.
I'm sorry.
So how'd it happen?
Grant had me in that perfect prison. All I could think about was you. Getting out and getting well, but he just made it impossible.
So that's when you decided that you had to escape?
I was all set to leave him. But
you had to make sure that he thought that you still cared about him.
it was no. I didn't even feel him touching me. I was just thinking about you. I just never thought, I never dreamed of a baby.
So what do you think the chances are that this is my baby and not his?
How many times do I have to tell you Ryan is the father of this baby? 100? A million? Come on. Thank you so much for stopping by, but Ryan's
said
going
that
to...
it was Grant.
Don't do this, Mother.
I'm not going to leave here till you give me a straight answer.
Why can't you just leave this alone?
Because I'm trying to prevent you from making a horrible mistake.
I'm making a choice.
What about Ryan? Doesn't he have any say?
It's all I've thought about for days.
Ryan values the truth. It's the lies that broke you up in the first
No,
place.
that was different.
No, nothing's different. Only this time you won't be alone in living the lie. It will also be Ryan and by default Grant. How fair is that?
Fair? You want to talk about what's fair? How about Grant trying to own me? How about me reaching out for anyone to help me and no one being there, not even you, Mother? I had to make love with Grant in order to escape. And now I have this child. This child should be Ryan's.
I understand your anger.
Anger? Oh, anger doesn't quite cover it. How about hatred? How about loathing? How about wanting to rip Grant's eyeballs out?
I know. But raising a child and never telling the father and never having the child know who his father is a terrible punishment. And in spite of everything Grant has done, he has rights.
After everything he has done to me, how dare you defend him?
I'm just trying to explain how he's going to feel.
Why?
Because I felt the same way. Because I had to raise Marley as my sister.
Oh, come on. Apples and pears, Mother.
Is it? I had to keep my distance from her. I could never have her call me Mommy. That lie damaged both of our lives.
You and Marley are just fine.
Maybe we are. What about the daughter that I didn't even know I had? Don't you think I would have given anything to know you as a little girl?
That was... Look, what's important is today.
But I think of it every day. I think, what if I'd known I could have gone to Lassiter and taken you out of there and given you all the love and everything that you needed and deserved?
Don't. Okay, don't do this. Because I'm fine, and I had Bridget.
Thank God you had Bridget, but I didn't have you. And it was all because of one miserable, horrible lie.
Right. But that's what I'm talking about. You see, that was in the past. And if you never would have known about it, you never would be feeling this way now.
But how do you know that Grant won't find out?
Are you saying you're going to tell him?
Of course I won't, but the truth has a way of revealing itself, as you well know. And in spite of all the hurt Grant has caused you, do you really want to deprive him of his child?
Look, this is my life with Ryan. And I have to call the shots.
But for how long? The rest of your life? Every day? Every hour?
Mother, he's going to be here soon, okay? So...
But what about at nighttime when you're making love? Will you think about that then during the day when you're playing with the child, Grant?
Stop. That's enough, all right? That's enough.
Ryan isn't stupid. He'll know something is wrong, and that's going to drive a wedge right between you.
I appreciate your advice, but I'm not you. This is my life, and I have to make my own decisions.
All right. There's one more very important thing I want you to consider. And I want you to think about it very long and hard.
Hi, Gregory. How are you?
Guess who missed you?
Oh, wow. Well, I missed you, too.
All the way in the car, he kept saying, where's Kelsey? Where's Kelsey?
Oh, wow. Well, I have a surprise for you. How do you feel about chocolate chip cookies?
His favorite.
Wow. Well, there may just be some waiting for you in the kitchen.
Oh, that's
You wanna go see?
Wonderful.
Okay.
All right, good.
Terrific.
Brilliant first move.
Well, John, they're just cookies out of a bag.
Hurry back, Gregory. We got some big news for you.
John, do we have to rush him? I mean, do you think you and I could talk for a minute before we do that?
Sure. About what?
Great. Well, about you and Gregory and me.
Our new family?
New, yes. Well, new's a good word for it. Look, John, you and Gregory, you've been at this for a while now.
Since the day he was born, yes.
Well, and it comes easily for you.
I must admit we share some pretty good moments.
Well, the last thing that I want to do is interfere with that.
Interfere? How could you possibly interfere?
Well, by saying or doing the wrong thing at the wrong time. I mean, by being insensitive to the ways of the Y chromosome. I don't know.
Okay. All right. Now, wait a minute. What's going on?
It's just that it's very important to me to start out right.
You are starting out right. You're fine. Believe me, everything is swell.
John, we're talking about motherhood here. I mean, let's look at my credentials. My parents split. My father was non-existent. My mother was like a control freak. I mean, knowing my luck, he's going to pack up his teddy bear and move out the first week.
All right. Let's consider the other side of the coin. I mean, your history may serve you very well. I mean, at least you'll know what not to do.
John, he's a little boy. I don't know anything about little boys. I mean, at least if he was a girl, I've been one.
Kelsey, come on. Gregory has been in your life for quite a while now. He knows you. He loves you. He trusts you.
Well, why would he?
Because I love you and I trust you. And I know that you're going to help him out with patience, and you're going to show him how to love and how to make him safe. That's all the parenting is about anyway. Look, you've got everything it takes.
Yeah, well, maybe not everything.
Why? What's missing?
John, I'm not Charlene.
Well, I already married Charlene. This time I married you.
Yeah, well, it could be a bumpy ride.
Want me to tell you a secret? Sometimes it is for me, too.
Yeah?
Yeah. The kids are great. Really. Gregory's very smart. He always tells me exactly what he needs, and he'll help you, too.
Okay. Well, what about mistakes?
Mistakes? Well, you're allowed 2 a month, and then your account is charged 75 cents per error.
John!
So come on, mistakes. We all make mistakes. It's part of the parenting package.
Yeah, well, if I knew ahead of time I was going to be a parent, I would have crammed first.
What, you would have gone to the library? Come on, Kelsey. Just trust your instincts.
I'm trying to tell you I don't have any.
Okay. And just love him. Watch him grow. Appreciate the miracle of who he is.
Okay. So then what do I do when he wants the car keys for the prom?
Could we get him through toilet training first?
Well, that's another thing. I mean, how do you do that with a boy? I mean, does he ask? Do you tell him? I mean, what about that standing up thing?
We'll never get in his way. Always stand back and let him do that on his own. Come on, you're going to be fine. You'll be fine.
Do you promise?
I promise.
Well, Donna warned me about becoming an instant mother.
Well,
and
Hi.
Hey.
Oh, how are those cookies? Pretty good? Huh? You like those cookies, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know you do. You like those cookies almost as much as I love Kelsey. And I tell you what, I want you to come over here and sit down with me because I have something pretty wonderful to tell you.
Okay.
Okay.